Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it's a 1 vs 1 on Melting Valley between our dark green human player, SkaTe, and down on the bottom we have our purple orc player, Durotan4ORC. Of course, we're going to speed this on up to the 8x mark, and I think the last game I casted was on Melting Valley, so 2 Melting Valley in a row, 2 of the same map that I had never casted previously. And we have a Blade Master coming out for the Orc. And looks like there was a pause in the action for a moment, going after the Ice Troll camp. And the human bringing along the Militia after the Ice Troll Warlord. So he's going to skip right to the level 6 camp. And the Ice Troll Trapper here will be dropping, I think it's going to be a Tome, Circle of Nobility, and Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3, and a Potion of Greater Mana for the Archmage, which is a very nice item to get. For the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3, that's sort of mediocre, and Circle of Nobility, very nice for the Blade Master as well. The camp has been thwarted at level 2, and a little ways towards level 3 for him as well. Still only level 1 for the Blade Master, going after the lesser camp there. And now the peasants going on home, going to go after the Knoll Brute camp now. And a Manual of Health for that Archmage. And the Ogre Magi camp here going to fall for the Blade Master. And Blade Master taking a little bit too much damage. All of the damage is on the Blade Master. And there he goes, has to windwalk out of there. Talisman of Evasion for him. And a Watcher Ward as well. So gets that level 2, and Talisman of Evasion, not too bad for a Blade Master. Certainly not the most useful of an item.
Our forces are under attack.
And now the Troll Trapper camp for the human. Clubs of attack +6, very nice for the Archmage. And that's probably something that the Blade Master would have wanted much more. And Blade Master now at the Goblin Merchant camp here, and he's going to buy Boots of Speed or just go after the Ogre Magi himself. Either way, we'll have to see what he decides to do. And does get those Boots of Speed, just must have had to wait for a couple extra gold shillings. And now the High Priest camp gonna fall for the human player, but here comes the Blade Master now, and perhaps he might be able to steal this kill. And decides against stealing the kill, but there is a clause of attack, and the Blade Master picks that up and grabs that, and that's going to be huge for that Blade Master to grab those claws of attack from his opponent and take them away from the Archmage for that matter as well, because you could have +12 damage on that Archmage now, which would be insane, which is almost 50% of his damage. And Berserker falls for the Blade Master as well. Blade Master is going to hightail it on out of there, leave the Ice Troll Trapper to the human, who is now level 3. We'll have level 2 water elementals now. And now the Grunt's getting in the way of everything. Going to try and trap that Troll Berserker, but couldn't quite manage it. And human cruising around the map here and leaving his water elemental to die, but the Grunts don't seem particularly interested. And human sells the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength, picks up the Boots of Speed instead. Much more useful item, and takes out a Footman there. A little bit more experience for that Blade Master, nearly level 3. And just really chopping away at this Berserker here. And the human player really needs to do something soon, or he's about to lose that Berserker. It gets a level 3 on the Blade Master, and now the Archmage going into the Orc base here, going to try and do some harassment.
Our forces are under attack.
And you're going to go after the Bestiary here, but going to get himself kind of trapped in here. And the Grunt's going to come down this way. The Blade Master coming around from the other side. Now the Archmage definitely trapped in here. Will almost certainly have to Town Portal out of here. And gets hacked just before he's able to Town Portal. A very nice kill for the Grunt there. And that must have been just right at the same time that he was probably attempting a Town Portal. And another hack on a Footman here, turning him into a snail, and we'll lose the Footman because of that. And so a relatively fast replay here, but again, not too many good replays floating around right now. And that happens from time to time. Once in a while you get that dry replay syndrome. A couple Arcane Sanctums coming up for the human player there. And a bestiary gets cancelled, but will probably promptly be replaced. And a Spirit Lodge nearly complete. Archmage has been Tavern revived. 4 grunts chasing down the just 2 lowly footmen, along with that Blade Master as well.
Our forces are
And
under
Archmage
attack.
here is going to have to run from the Blade Master, uses the Scroll of Regeneration, and it's going to have to run away from the battle for a little while and heal on up. And going to lose a footman here to a Hex. And may lose his Arcane Vault here as well. And the Archmage can't really do too much about it. And waiting on his sorceresses to come. But these 4 grunts are going to be quite the challenge to take out.
The flows of magic are whimsical today. The flows of magic are whimsical
And now
today.
2 sorceresses out in the field here.
Our forces
And going
are
to switch
under
one up,
attack.
make a priest and a sorceress in the other one. And there goes a slow on the hunter. And the Archmage in big trouble already again, and uses Town Portal to go towards the backside of the base here. But the militia going to get carried along with him. And with no Arcane Vault, cannot heal this Archmage, so he's not doing particularly well here. And there goes some slows on the Blade Master, keeping him in check. And with the Arcane Tower on the Blade Master, not going to develop any kind of mana to be able to get out of there. Just going to have to sort of force his way out. And manages to break the line there. But looks like 1 grunt going to feed the human player here. And nearly halfway to level 4 for the Archmage. About halfway, almost halfway for the Blade Master as well. Shadowhunter still level 1. And Grunt is very upset at this sorceress. Decides to turn around to try and whack her with his axe, but just too slow to do that. And now the Ogre Magi Camp gonna fall here for the Orc. And takes down one of the trolls first, but really wants to get that Magi down first. Ring of Regeneration, and of course the Watcher Ward as well. And the Shadowhunter picks that up, as the Shadowhunter is really just going to be healing the Blade Master anyway. And a Tome of Experience there. Missed, and did not see that Tome of Experience, I don't think. And maybe he does see it, I'm not sure. You can clearly see it with that Watcher Ward, but he misses the Tome of Experience. Huge loss for the Orc there, as Tome of Experience is easily the best tome you can find. I suppose that is a little subjective. Picked up the Mantle of Intelligence. Now the human player has to know that the Blade Master is here. Really wants to get down that Null Overseer first. Ring of Protection +2 on the ground there. And the Archmage could definitely use that, even though it is the Ring of Selling. At this point in the game, he can pretty much use anything he can get. The Mountain King going after one of the grunts, and the Archmage finally picks up the Ring of Selling. And Stormbolt goes off on the Blade Master there. Stuns him for a moment, but doesn't really capitalize on that stun. Nothing to really capitalize with. And the human basically wiped out here. And the Mountain King not in a good situation either, trying to take down that grunt, but gonna get surrounded, gonna get taken out. And loses the Mountain King as well. And Archmage not gonna last much longer either, especially with all of that netting going on. And may lose the Archmage here too. 65 health. Looks like he will get away, but gonna lose a lot of peasants in the process. And that Tome of Experience on the ground. Although at higher levels, level 3 and level 4, admittedly the Tome of Experience doesn't do too much, but it's certainly, I would say, the best tome to find, really. When you see a Tome of Experience, you just go, ooh, instant free level, pretty much. Especially at level 1 and or level 2.
Our forces are under attack.
And a peasant will die there and unable to make it home. Another peasant gonna feed the orc army here. And more experience for the Blade Master. And it looks like a water elemental will feed the orc as well. So the human definitely on the back burner of this game for sure. Not doing well at all. Definitely a lesson in what to do and what not to do this replay. And again, I just with all my replays, you know, sometimes they're not the greatest replays, sometimes they're really good replays, but either way, I think there's a lot to learn with every replay that I cast, or that anybody casts, really, and that if somebody did really bad in a particular game, and you think, well, that was a really bad replay, well, why was it bad, you know, and what did they do that was so wrong, and that's what you should not do next time you play the game. So always something to learn with every replay, regardless of somebody doing good or bad. And now the militia all the way out, and I think this is way too far out for these militia. And he's going to be able to maybe take out a raider, maybe, and it doesn't really even look like that's going to be the case. Just going to feed this orc all kinds of militia outside the base without the assistance of the arcane tower. And now starting to run those on home, learning how bad that was, and all kinds of sorceresses and priests out on the field, but again, without anything to back them up, it's not doing too well here. Without some spell breakers out on the field to at least soak up some damage and steal any kind of buffs that the orc has, such as the Spirit Link and such, then the sorceresses and priests are really just open game for the Blade Master, as really all he has to do is just Windwalk and then crit, and can pretty much 1, 2, 3 shot priests. Blade Master sees that the hero split off the other way, which is definitely not a good thing. Blade Master really licking his chops, seeing which one he wants. And chooses his target. Again, you just 3-shot a priest there. Priest gets invisible. There was a pretty nice move there, but did not last too long, as the priest keeps attacking and getting rid of the invisibility. And this priest here, 13 health, is a free kill for the Blade Master, and doesn't really want to use his Windwalk on that 13 health. Instead goes after a sorceress to take her down, and then can basically just one-shot here. Scroll of Healing on the ground gets replaced, picked up by the Shadow Hunter there, and doesn't even really need this Scroll of Healing. The human just not in a good spot and has to GG out, leaving Durotan4ORC the winner. So a pretty good game and a pretty quick game, but again, a lesson learned from the human player. What did he do wrong? What did he do correctly? Just watch and learn. And I really think that he could have crept a little bit better than that, and losing that clause of attack at the beginning too was a huge mistake. And not having the Dust of Appearance, he never bought the Dust of Appearance from the shop, and if he would have had that clause of attack +6, he would have had a +12 Archmage, which would have been really great. Also going into the base the first time there, he sort of just ran himself in the base, and that really messed him up because he lost a lot of units, including in the Archmage there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this particular replay. And as soon as I see some really good top replays and replays of the week, I will bring you those as well. But right now, a bit of a dry spell with Warcraft 3 replays. So I'm just taking what I can get, and sometimes they are good, and sometimes not so good. But again, always something to learn. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.